Hi guys, this is the second pump that we use in the Sim Center, so I'm going to go over that as well. It has a few more steps, but it kind of walks you through it if you can remember the first step. So first of all, you can tell it's running because this ticker is moving up and down. So if you want to make a change, you're going to hit this reset button. So that's the key to remembering where to get started is if you hit this reset button. So I'm going to hit that. And then in here it says press start or review/change. So if you push this button by accident and you want to just go back to running the fluids, you would just hit start. But in our case, we want to make a change, so I'm going to hit this review/change button. And now it says press yes to change the settings or press review. So yes, I want to change it. Change the primary dose? Yes. In this case, we want to make a change to the rate. So I'm going to hit yes. And then let's say our rate is supposed to be 20. So you move the arrows up and down and then you press enter. Finish with the primary. In this case, we'll say yes. And then it says settings are complete, press start, or you can make more changes if you hit the change button. So I'm going to hit start. And now you can see it's running, it's infusing to the patient. So that's how you change the rate, but let's say you want to hang a secondary. So again, you hit this reset button, that's kind of the magic button to remember. Again, press start or review/change, so we want to change something. Press yes to make a change. Change the primary dose, yes or no? No. In this case, our primary rate is good and we want to add a secondary. So I'm going to say no. Set a secondary, yes or no? Yes. Concurrent delivery. So what this means is we want to say no for this because we don't want them to run at the same time. So concurrent would mean that you're running both of these fluids at once into the patient. That's what would be if you said yes. Now if you say no, it's going to pause your primary, it's going to infuse your secondary, and then when your secondary is done, the pump knows that it's done and it will go back to running your primary. So that's what we want to do. So in this case, concurrent delivery, we do not want to do them at the same time. So we're going to say no. So now it's asking to set the primary rate, and that you have to look either what your order is or what the drug book says. In this case, we have a 100 ml bag and it says to infuse over 1 hour. So our rate is 100 mLs an hour. Okay, so it's at 100 and it says press enter. Okay guys, so you remove this little cap, take your alcohol, and you clean the hub. And then you connect that right onto there. You undo your roller clamp. And then you can press enter because you have your rate set at 100. Now this says dose limit. That means the exact same thing as the volume to be infused on the other one. So that you have to tell how much you want to go into the patient, the volume. So that's 100 because there's 100 milliliters in this bag. So this is also 100. Okay, and then it says press enter. Now this says call back at secondary dose end, yes or no. So that means do you want the pump to alarm when your secondary is complete? We'll say yes. Continue secondary dose end, yes or no. And we're going to say no for that. And then deliver secondary overfill, we're going to say no for that as well. And now it says you can press start or you can make more changes. So now we're done. We're going to press start. And you can see that it's running the secondary right now. Now let's say, for example, you were going to give a bolus of fluid and not necessarily a antibiotic. So the bolus, let's say your order was by gravity, then remember you have to use the hanger because you want the primary bag to be lower than the secondary bag, because remember, the higher you put your fluids, the faster they go in because of gravity. So always remember to use the hanger if you are hanging a bolus by gravity, and remember that the primary goes below the secondary because the pump is doing the work for this. So then it works. All right, I hope that's helpful for you guys. Thanks.